Hey guys, what is up? Hope everybody has been having a great day. Now that the craziness of the last few weeks has died down a bit, happy to bring you guys another golf vlog, this time at Nemacolin Resort, playing the back nine at Mystic Rock Golf Club. If you guys enjoyed this video and you really liked it, please be sure to click the like button and subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out, motivate me to keep creating this content. And furthermore, I'm sure you guys might have seen a couple of videos, but I have a new YouTube golf group called the Bombers Club that has launched. We filmed a ton of great stuff, got a ton of great stuff on the way, so I'll link that channel in the description. If you guys want to see a lot more of the stuff I do, produced at a very high level, and frankly, the content I've always wanted to bring you guys, subscribe on that channel. There's tons of great stuff coming out, and I'm super excited about the direction that channel's headed. It's something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. So that being said, let's get into this video. So we got a pretty standard opening hole in the back nine. Hit my 1-iron a little bit left and hit my wedge shot in a little long. This is honestly a pretty good lag putt. You can see how fast these greens are right off the rip. So this was actually filmed a couple weeks ago. I knew I wouldn't be able, this is almost a month ago actually, from the time I'm commentating over this, but I knew that I really wouldn't be able to film much in the month of October because of the World Championship and this stuff with the longest drive, and I'm sure you guys have heard about that with the Bombers Club. So this is just the last nine I have not commentated over, but it certainly was a really fun nine to play. So par there, now on to the 11th hole, par 5. It actually can play a lot longer in this, but the tee boxes are being renovated, so I played a bit up here. And you're actually going to see that pays off for me really well because I was able to clear just barely, if you can see the ball in that little depression, just barely clear that water. So it's probably a good thing I didn't know the water was there. That definitely made the drive a lot easier to hit. So now I have an uphill shot here. This grass is pretty lush even from the fairway, so I always have to be careful about the green grabbing my club even in the fairway. And you'll actually see that happens a little bit here. Little toey, and the ball just cheats a little bit left, a little bit long too. But there was a lot of water short and right of this green too, so that was definitely not the place you wanted to miss. So this was honestly not terrible. Just a pretty simple little bump and run. Gonna just try to land it into the green there and just let it bounce back up and release on. And I did that absolutely beautifully here. Just a nice little love tap with the wedge, and it's literally about a foot and a half away. So I'll go ahead and clean that up for a really nice 4. But I gotta be honest, guys, I'm really looking forward to the off season now that the World Championship's over. And yes, there will be a full video commentating all 3 of my televised sets in the final 8, going really in depth into that. You guys definitely stay on the lookout for that. I would say it's probably going to come out Monday of next week, so probably about 5 days from now. That was absolutely, and I'll just touch on it real briefly. That was absolutely one of the most insane tournaments to run through. I started running really good towards the end, and it felt really awesome to just really pick up the steam and hit probably what I feel like the best I've ever hit when I absolutely needed to. But I'll definitely expand on that more when that video comes out next week, so stay tuned for that, guys. But yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that, but a really cool double green on this par 3. I assume they just rotate greens, which I always like stuff like that because it gives character to the golf course. And, you know, when you're playing a golf course, you want to provide a memory for the golfer, and I think that this resort really does that well. And some wildlife here. I always like to see wildlife. And comment down in the in the comment section, what's the most exotic or unique animal you've ever seen playing golf? I'd be very curious to hear y'all's comments, because I'm sure some of you guys have played golf in some pretty incredible areas and have seen some pretty cool wildlife. But yeah, just plugging along here. It was dead into the wind here, fanned it out to the right, flirted with the water there, and I have a kind of a weird situation. So this tree was extremely high and kind of in an awkward spot where I felt like if I apexed it right, I could get it over. By the way, that tree's a lot taller than you guys can see on the screen. It really was much taller in person. So I tried to hit a 58 degree and just fanned it out to the right. And I'm thinking this is water all day, but I see it bounce. And I also know this was probably short because I really didn't hit it good, and I hit under the. So this ball bounced probably just over that red stake there and bounced straight and hung on. Had I hit it pin high, that would have been in the water by at least 15 feet. So kind of a new lease on life here. And I think one of the things that I sometimes struggle with is when I get a good break is taking advantage of it. And that's something, honestly, when I pay attention to the pros, it's like a bunch of small things they do better than me, but that add up to 2 to 4 shots around. And that's one of them. When they get good breaks, they almost guaranteed are going to capitalize on it. And, that's obviously something that adds up over the time. So hit the chip a little long. I hit a good putt here, just a little bit under red. So going to walk away with my first blemish on the card. So, but, it is what it is. Golf is not a game of perfect. So now on hole 14, even for the day. Well, not for the day, but for the side. And I'm just going to blast one here. This was probably my best drive of the side. I mean, I absolutely killed this. And it's always nice to just drop it into that slot and you feel it come off the face and you see that thing take off like an absolute rocket. So flew almost 420 yards in the air. Definitely a great swing here. A long way back there. And I got 105, 58-degree wedge, pins in the back right shelf. And I'll be honest with you guys, I do feel pressure over these shots when I hit a great drive because it's just such an easy shot. And the last thing you want to do is screw it up. And I kind of did here. Like, you guys will see, I'm not like super far from the pin here, but like, this was such a hilariously easy shot. To hit it off the green there was pretty terrible. So at least I did put myself on the same shelf where I didn't have to deal with a change in grain. You guys can actually see the difference in grain right around the hole versus where I am. So, and I promptly completely vomit all over this putt too. And so definitely not what I wanted after having 105 in the middle of the fairway was any kind of work for par. But it was pretty much straight up the hill, so it wasn't anything too crazy. So kind of a not so great par there after I hit my tee shot. And hole 15, side rip driver, and absolutely hooked it into the woods. I was hoping there would be a little more room out there where maybe it was something that I could look for, but there was just no way. So I ended up having to take a drop. And I also got to find out there's a lot of seed pods in there that stick to your pants, which is great because I walked in there for a little bit. And I dropped, and you guys can see after that grass come up, this is some thick stuff. So I'm just trying to hit a 9-iron and just squeeze it up to the green. And I actually hit under it a little bit, catch it pretty heavy. So at this point, I'm just hoping for it to clear that bunker right there, and it does. So making quite the mess of this hole, definitely not in a great spot. And not only that, now I have to hit from below the green with not a lot of speed to create spin to try to. So I ended up just bouncing it up there. And yeah, that was actually a really great shot. Probably my only way of getting it close was to do that, unless I was Phil Mickelson or Tiger Woods and just took a 62 and took a huge hack at it and landed it perfectly on that crown. But this was just an awesome up and down. I felt really good about that. I mean, and that's what the pros do. They get in these situations and they come away with a bogey when it looked like they were looking at a double or even a triple all day. So on to hole 16, last par 5 of the side, going to the 1-iron here. And fan this out a little bit to the right. It's okay. I mean, trouble left, and there was some room right and some golf course to the right. So I feel like subconsciously I just set myself up to leave it way right. And there was trouble all over the place at the green here. So I don't want to say this was a layup, but this pretty much was a layup. Like, I pretty much just almost aimed at that little pine tree there almost and just tried to send it at just left of it. But caught it a bit heavy, but it actually jumped really good on me, and it ran out pretty good. So it actually got to greet the pin high, just inside the car path line. So this isn't a terrible angle. Just got to make sure you land it on the edge of the green, just let it trickle down, and I hit a great shot here. Just kind of kept rolling. This was by far the toughest green I felt, at least where they put the flag sticks. So, you'll see here on this putt how much this screen truly breaks right to left. I guess from me right to left, I guess, as we're watching it technically left to right. But this almost goes like, I thought this was going to hang up and get in there, but it just, you can see how quick that putt is with that slope. Probably a 4.5% slope easily. So that's definitely where this hole's tough is around the green. Now to 17, par 3. Pin was in the back left shelf. Very hard to see because you guys can tell the sun is directly in my eyes here. Now I hit a shot that I think is honestly pretty good. I do know it's turning more than I want it to turn. I was just trying to sling it out to the right and feed it in a little bit, maybe catch the right edge of the green. But this was by far the hardest hole in the course. Just to be honest with you guys, like there was no room. This green was literally 25 yards wide, so you basically had to hit a shot right on top of it by the water to get it close, and caught way too much ball here, and the ball actually flies the camera. So at this point, I'm contemplating how much I actually enjoy playing this game. So I'm sure you guys have all been there, but yeah. So now I got about a 35, 40 footer. Definitely not what I was hoping for 3 on this hole. But, I mean, as you guys can tell, this is a very narrow hole. And not only that, if you miss the bailout to the right, everything runs away from you. So you really just are kind of out of luck with this. You basically got to hit an incredible tee shot. You got it. If you want to make a par here, at some point you have to hit an incredible shot, whether it's an incredible tee shot, an incredible recovery shot, or an incredible putt. It just makes you have to hit a great shot to make a par here. So now in 18, 468, ready to let out some anger on this ball here. And I absolutely killed this. I don't know what it is, but when I'm angry after a bad hole, I just never hit a bad drive ever. I just absolutely kill it. So really good shot here. Got it to 102, 58-degree wedge coming in. And again, just trying to flip it in there, not do anything too crazy. And a little bit left here, but I did get the right distance, I believe. So I'm going to have probably about a 15 footer down the hill. And so this will be to get in at 1 over on the side. Definitely still a difficult putt, though. So I pulled it a little bit left, never quite came back. So, but yeah, I'm going to end up cleaning that up for a 38. But, yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. Happy Halloween. And I will see you guys next time.